What does the "Don't tread on me" snake sign mean? I'm not American. You're referring to the Gadsden flag. It's typically associated with South Carolina and also the U.S. Revolutionary War. It was created by Brigadier General Henry Gadsden of the Continental American Army. Gadsden was a leading proponent and was heavily involved in the founding of the Continental Navy. The logo had previously been used in protests against British authorities painted on drums used by agitators, for example. The rattlesnake being a creature unique to North America, not particularly aggressive but quick to defend itself when provoked. Gadsden took it upon himself to create a logo for the newly commissioned Navy and took the logo he'd seen earlier among protests, turning it into a flag. He then gave the flag as a gift to Brig. Gen. Essex Hopkins. Hopkins was soon thereafter named the Commodore of the newly formed Continental Navy. Hopkins, under orders from the Continental Congress, acquired a number of merchant ships, outfitted them with cannon. He renamed his lead ship, USS Alfred, and hoisted Gadsden's flag as a symbol of his flagship. Hopkins then set out to intercept shipments of gunpowder and other materiel being sent to British forces in Boston, which was besieged by General Washington. The Gadsden flag apparently made something of an impression and was for a time also adopted as the flag of the Continental Marines. The "Don't tread on me" meaning is an expression of freedom and liberty that first originated on the Gadsden flag, depicting a coiled rattlesnake getting ready to attack, and used as a cry for independence for the American colonies when fighting the British. It was originally flown by the Culpeper Minutemen of Virginia. Different militia groups have an identifying flag. It has a history in American culture as representing resisting tyranny. If anyone's interested, here's a Wikipedia article with more historical details. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Culpeper-Minutemen. The snake is a rattlesnake. The snake is known to shake its tail, which makes a sound like a rattle when threatened. The snake is normally not aggressive, but it will use its venomous bite. The idea of the flag is to leave me alone, and you have nothing to worry about. But I am armed and ready to defend myself. Well, if nobody wants to give an actual historical meaning for the flag, it was originally from the American Revolution as an early symbol of American independence and resistance to British rule. Now it's used by morons and people forgot its original meaning. The tread in Gadsden's defiant phrase, "Don't tread on me," means to step, walk, or trample so as to press, crush, or injure something. And so, with its tongue flicked, fangs out, and body coiled in defense, the rattlesnake, and motto, warns, "If you dare put your foot down on me, I will strike." The Gadsden flag was designed in 1775. It was raised on the armed ship, Alfred, the newly formed Continental Navy's flagship. It would be used as Commodore Essex Hopkins' personal flag, flown from whichever ship he was on at the time. It replaced the standard blue with white stars jack flown from the bow of U.S. Navy ships during the War on Terror period. Various groups on the left and right, as well as libertarians, have used the Gadsden flag at times. The flag was originally the flag for a ship that was used to fight against the British in the American Revolutionary War. It was a statement of defiance against what the people viewed as a tyrannical government. The rattlesnake with the words, "Don't tread on me," is meant to come off as a warning to anyone trying to oppress them that they will fight to defend their freedom. In the same way, a rattlesnake will rattle its tail as a warning against anything that might harm. Tread on it. Nowadays, it's a flag flown by idiots who believe that America is being crushed under the tyranny of the left because they're giving rights to people who aren't white, heterosexual, rich, and Christian. It's against government overreach. Rattlesnakes that are stood on often bite the owner of the boot. No step on snack. Don't think you can walk all over me and I won't fight back. The meaning hasn't changed per se, but most people who wave it are pro-Second Amendment conservatives. Basically, don't mess with me or I will strike back. It's mess around and find out. The "Don't Tread on Me" flag, also known as the Gadsden flag, was designed by Christopher Gadsden in 1775. Gadsden was a South Carolina politician and brigadier general in the Continental Army. The flag features a coiled rattlesnake on a yellow background, with the words "Don't tread on me" below the snake. The flag is a reference to Benjamin Franklin's 1751 political cartoon, Join or Die. The cartoon depicts the American colonies as a segmented rattlesnake, with the words "Join or Die" below the image. The flag's implied threat is that harm will come to anyone who plans to harm colonial Americans. Nowadays, random right folk be right-winging and taking the colonial flag to mean flavor of the month conservatism they are standing for at the moment. It's originally a flag used by American revolutionaries as we sought independence from Great Britain. It's called the Gadsden flag. It basically means that someone wants the government to not bother them. The modern interpretation is, I do not know much about history. In the past, it was used by revolutionary groups to support the battle against Britain. Free guns and car. It's colonial American for fuck around find out. You don't want to step on a snake because it will bite you. Don't mess with the US or you'll get bit. Basically, it's flown on all naval vessels on the jack stand. Has nothing to do with the actual meaning, but I thought I'd share since people are talking about how racists and idiots use it. It's a fairly common to see military personnel with it. I guess I just wanted to say it's not inherently a bad thing to have this flag.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.